So yun po ang ating lesson 3, no? Stakeholder theory. At yun ay nagbigay sa atin ng pangunawa na mayroong mga iba't ibang mga grupo at individual, no? Groups and individuals na involved po sa isang company. No? Nandiyan po yung internal and external stakeholders. At meron po tayong ginamit na isang tool na tinatawag nating stakeholder mapping. Para malaman natin ano po ang or how to map the stakeholders. No? Ano po yung 4 na quadrants ng mapping ng stakeholder theory? Sino pong nakakaalala nun? Sige nga po. Sino po yung nakaalala ng 4 quadrants ng mapping na yun? Meron po ba nakaalala? May 4 daw na quadrant eh. Sino-sino daw yung pinaka stakeholder na kailangan mong bigyan ng panahon, pinaka-kailangan mong bigyan ng panahon at pansin. So that's how you map your stakeholders. No po, dito po sa CSR. Sige po. Sino po ang nakakaalala nun? Di ba meron po tayong 4 na quadrants, mga mama and sir? Ano po yung una? According yan sa dalawang bagay, di ba? Yung X and Y axis niya, yung interest of the stakeholder and influence of the stakeholder. Ano po yung una? No? Stakeholder mapping. Yung tinatawag po nating manage them closely. Ito yung may mga high influence at may high interest sa company. No? Next po is yung may mga high influence and low interest, keep satisfied. Yung may mga low influence and high interest naman, keep them informed. At yung mayroon namang low influence at low interest, yan yung monitor them. Now, that's how you will going to map your stakeholders in your company in order to deliver an efficient and effective corporate social responsibility. Ngayon po, tatawid tayo sa lesson number 4. No? Ito po yung pang-4 na lesson na saklaw ng ating midterm examination. Ito po yung stakeholder theory meets person and environment. Ang konsepto po ng CSR o ng stakeholder theory ay very business side. Very business. At bilang social worker, primary natin pong theory or primary concept po natin ang person and environment. Tama po ba? Nakakasunod po kayo? Nandyan pa po ba kayo? No? Primary concept natin ang PI concept. Very unique yan sa social work. May dalawa tayong klaseng theory ng PI. No? Number 1 theory is the ecological systems theory by Yuri Bronfenbrenner and the biopsychosocial-spiritual approach. No? So, dalawang klaseng approach ang paano natin gamitin ng PI. No? So, ayan po, paano natin yan magiging pagkikitain dalawa? Since nandito tayo sa social work world at meron tayo on the other hand, ang CSR at on the other hand, a social worker, paano magkikita yung dalawang theory na yan? Okay po? Nakakasunod po kayo? Nandiyan pa po ba kayo? Ha? Sige. Okay, sige po. Makikita natin, ano? Let's have our introduction for tonight. In our previous lesson, we learned about the stakeholder theory, and this is very vital, very important framework in order to identify, not just to identify, but to manage the group. Kung ano po, sino-sino po yung pinaka nakaka-impluwensya, no? At sino yung nai-impluwensyahan ng aksyon ng kumpanya if you're thinking about the company. Now, this model now provides us a map on how we are going to operate or the corporation's operational universe. Now, may question dyan. But if this map lacks depth, paano kung nagkukulang ito ng lalim? No? What happens when we see stakeholders, not just a nodes of power interest? Kasi parang nakikita lang natin sila bilang ano yung kanilang maiaambag sa kumpanya, yung kapangyarihan nila, at yung kanilang interest, kagustuhan, at yung kanilang interest, no? Pinakamaganda ng paliwanag yun, at kagustuhan sa kumpanya. no? Paano kung tignan natin sila na higit sa mga bagay na yun? Paano kung tignan natin sila as a living and breathing individuals, no? As a person, and also if a person with complex human systems. Kesa tignan lang natin sila sa power and interest, paano kung tignan natin sila bilang isang tao rin? Nakakasunod po tayo, mga mama. Nakita nyo, yung kasing stakeholder, nakabase lang siya sa kapangyarihan at sa interest. Pag di ka masyado interested at wala kang power, mumonitor ka lang. Di ba? Gets mo ninyo? No, mga mama, sir, gets nyo yung ibig sabihin natin? Paano kung tignan naman natin ang tao na bilang isang buhay na tao at meron din siyang complex human system? So this time, we will introduce a core social work perspective, the PI concept or the PI framework, to add to this missing third dimension of power and interest. Yeah, nakakasunod sa loob ng kumpanya. So now this is a third dimension. This is not just the X and Y axis, no? But this is another dimension of consideration of the stakeholders. So we will now explore the human-centered lens that can transform the company's approach to CSR, moving from strategies of management to one of meaningful engagement and mutual understanding. By bridging the what from stakeholder theory with why and how of human-centered practice, we can assure that CSR are built on genuine empathy, respect, and justice. So sinabi lang ng what ang stakeholder theory, but this human-centered practice will give the why and how you are going to do it. Kasi sinabi niya lang dyan ang what eh. What are the powers? What are the interests? No? So, iyan ngayon, we will bring or we will get into the heart. Lalagyan natin ng puso ang CSR. Nakakasunod po kayo, mga ma'am and sir? No? Kung nakita nyo po yan at binalikan po ninyo yung lesson 3 at may ko-connect nyo dito, ma-appreciate nyo. Anyway, meron po tayong recorded discussion ng lesson 3. No? Nasa YouTube po din yun. No po? Para po pwede nyo siyang balikan in case pag mag-exam na po tayo. Okay, so what is our lesson objective? To analyze the limitation of the traditional stakeholder theory and explain how PI framework adds to the critical depth and context of CSR. Lesson number 2, or lesson objective number 2 is to appreciate the ethical importance of viewing stakeholders as individuals. No? Yung ethical importance nito, nested within complex system rather than variables to be managed for risk or reward. And lesson number 3, apply the PI framework to a corporate case study to critically reevaluate the stakeholder engagement strategy and propose more equitable, human-centered alternatives. Okay, so let's take off. No? Bridging the two words, stakeholder theory, from stakeholders to human system. No? Meron tayong model dyan. So hindi ko po siya kilala kung sino siya. Nakita ko lang po ang kanyang picture sa template sa Canva. So huwag niyo pong tanungin sa akin kung sino yung nandyan sa picture na yan. Hindi ko rin po siya kilala. Okay, so let's bridge these two worlds. No? The stakeholder theory and the human system. So it is very important for us to learn the stakeholder theory because it provides the view, no? A corporate view with the key groups within the company. The internal and external. The employees, internal. The customers as external. The suppliers, the government, the community. Okay? Now, the personal environment in social work provide us a practice guiding principle naman on how to understand yung tao at yung individual. Paano natin sila maiintindihan, mauunawaan, malalaman kung saan sila nanggagaling using the PI concept. Sige po, paano natin maiintindihan ng person using the PI concept? Titingin din tayo saan? Hello? Titingin din tayo saan? Pag tinignan po natin yung tao. titingin din tayo saan niya? Sa tao po. O talang sasagot. How to understand the context of these individuals? Ano po nangyari sa inyo? Binagyo ba kayo? O nasan kayo? Di ba? So ang social worker po, titingin din yan sa environment o sa ginagalawan ng tao. Hindi lang tayo titingin kay Miss Maria Bella Rodriguez as she is. Kung ano lang yung sinasabi, pinapakita niya. Kung ano yung kanyang paano siya kumilos. Hindi lang basta-basta ganun, no? Kumbaga, hindi mo na lang titignan yung tao as it is o at his surface level. Pag social worker na po tayo, applying the PI concept, hindi mo na basta titignan ng tao by face value o by actions o by words. Hindi mo na siya bibigyan ng basta-bastang nasasabihin mo na kilala mo na siya base sa anyo at sa pinapakita niya. Tama po ba yan? Nakakasunod po kayo? That's how many people are doing it. That's how a normal person doing it. That's how non-professional social worker is doing it. No? Looking at the person in the face value. Kung paano kanya tinrato, yun na siya. Kung paano nabalitaan mo sa kanya, yun na siya. Kung paano ang ginawa niya ngayon, yun na siyang klaseng tao. Nakakasunod po kayo? Kung ano yung kwento niya noon, ganun na siya. And what makes it social work? To understand and examining the person within his or her environment. Ano ba yung ginagalawan niyang tao? Kaya siya ganito kasi ganito ang kanyang environment. Nakakasunod? Nakakasunod po kayo? No? Nandyan ba kayo? No? Ganito siya eh. So anong dulot nun sa atin? Anong dulot nun bilang isang social worker? Anong resulta na values at principle mo ngayon bilang social worker na ang tao ngayon hindi mo na tinitingnan basta-basta sa face value lang. Pwedeng yan ay mga signs, mga patterns of behaviors, pero hindi siya yon. Kasi kailangan mong tignan sa context ng environment niya, tama? Anong value or principle ngayon ang na-develop sa'yo? Yan ang tanong ko po sa inyo. Sino pong makakasagot ng tanong ko na yan? Mayroong to? Rainbow Ripes, Rainbow Ripes. Dito sa akin, maluhuhulog ko po sa bahay niyo. Ano ngayon ang na-develop sa'yo na value at principle? Sige nga. Dahil titumitingin ka na sa context niya eh. Hindi na lang basta sa face value eh. Hindi na lang basta sa sinabi, sa ginawa, sa inakte. Ano na na-develop sa'yo ngayon? Empathy. Yung empathy po ma'am, tama naman po, pero kasi yung empathy, dinaramdam mo yung niraramdam niya. Kung nalulungkot siya, niraramdam mo yung pagiging malungkot niya. Nawalan siya ng mahal sa buhay. Niraramdam mo rin yung kanyang kalagayan. Tama naman po, pero I'm trying to be more specific on what value or principle that you are now developing if you are now looking on the context of the person, to the environment of the person, rather than the face value. No? Rather on the actions, just to the actions, just to the words that you are hearing. Sige po. Yes, tama si Ma'am Jobelyn Batingal. Batingal ba? Batingal. Sorry. And related din naman yung acceptance. Batingal. Yes, tama ito, Ma'am Job. Na-develop sa iyo ngayon ang isang attitude na ang social worker unique sa kanya ito dahil itong pagiging non-judgmental niya, hindi dahil mabait siyang tao. Hindi dahil pinanganak siya na mabait. Nakakasunod po kayo? Nakakasunod kayo sa gusto kong sabihin? Kasi akala nila social worker basta na lang mabait. Hindi eh. There is a science behind this. May siyensya dito. Hindi lang tayo social worker mabait yan. Excuse me, hindi kami talaga mabait. Judgmental nga kami. Pero pero dahil pero 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 dahil we are applying this principle now, that we are not just looking on you based on your face value, but we are now looking at you within the context of environment. Now this attitude will now be developed to you. The attitude of being non-judgmental. Nakakasunod po kayo, mga ma'am and sir? No? Nakikita nyo yung konteksto ng social worker. Bakit sa panlabas, nagiging mabait siya. Pero sa social worker, sa totoo lang, hindi ako mabait. I'm now just trying because I am a professional and one of the principle of this profession, my profession is not to judge because of the context of the environment. Nakakasunod po tayo? Yan pong ganong yung pong ganong gawain. Trabaho yun. Imagine nyo, yung ganong gawain na titingin kang hindi ka nag-judge, ay trabaho yun. Nakakasunod po kayo, no? Trabaho yun. Social worker yung gumagawa nun. Oh. So you are now trying to understand the person, not just on the face value. Scientifically, you are now looking to the context of their environment. Okay po ba? Nakakasunod ba kayo sa aking paliwanag ng PI? Napakaganda. No? Napakaganda dahil this is professionalized. This is professionalized. No? Ang maraming akala ng tao, ang profesyon ay mga iba-ibang profesyon. No? Engineer, doktor, pharmacist, nurses, no, medtech. Pero hindi alam ng karamihan, profesyon din ito. Ano? Because the focus of this profession, not the towering mansions, not the pillars of this high-rise building, not the physical health of the person, not to analyze the different biological components of this world, but a profession that analyzing the relationship dynamics, analyzing the person within the context of environment. That is social work. That is PI. O, di ba? Gets niyo po ba yung PI? Bukod sa pagkain po yan, meron pong ganyan sa Jollibee at sa McDo. Yung isa apple, yung isa peach mango. No, ang liit-liit na ngayon. Okay. So ngayon po, it posits that we cannot understand a person's situation without understanding the intersecting systems that they are part. You cannot really understand them without knowing the systems that they are in, without knowing their family, their communities, their institutions, their economic forces, their political structures, according to Cars and O'Keefe, 1994. Okay? So now, we will move this to merge these two perspectives. A corporation stakeholders now are transformed. No? A community is no longer a monolith, ibig sabihin, isang struktura. But a community is now a system. As a social work, a community is a system of families, local leaders, traditions, and socioeconomic realities. That is the community. Now, as we view the community, ganun siya. Now, as the employee is not just a unit of labor na dapat makapag-produce ng output. But an employee now is a person navigating to work, navigating to the individual family, navigating to health, navigating with financial pressure. Kasi nandoon siya sa person and environment concept. So this now, deeper understanding is the key to design our CSR initiative that truly resonate and create a lasting impact to the person. That's how we are going to apply person and environment in CSR. Do you still follow? Nandyan pa po ba kayo, mga ma'am and sir? Ha? Okay, thank you very much. Salamat po. I hope understand na intindihan niyo po yung aking explanation. Gina G po man din ako mag-explain ngayong araw. Okay. So ito po yung stakeholder theory, no? Just konting review lang. Yung sinasabi nating internal and external stakeholders, no? At ito naman po yung sinasabi nating person and environment concept using the ecological systems model, no? Dalawang klase ang model ng PI, wag po kayo malilito. Nasa loob ng PI ang ecological systems theory. That's you can understand the person looking his or herself going outside, external ang kanyang view. But the another view of the person-environment perspective is the internal view, the bio, psycho, socio, spiritual perspective. Okay? So, dalawang view po ang PI. Ha? Okay. At ito naman po, ang tinatawag na person and environment fit, hindi na lang physically fit ngayon tinitignan o mentally fit. No? Tulad pag magtatrabaho tayo, fit to work, no? According to Work Across Lifespan 2019, meron bang tinatawag na P-E fit, person and environment fit, that you are compatible with the features of your environment, and if you are fit to there, no, it leads more favorable outcomes such as career satisfaction and job performance. If you have a congruence with your environment, no? Yung sinasabing work environment. Ito pala ang tramang term dyan. Meron palang tinatawag ngayon na hindi ka fit sa environment ng work mo. At sabi dyan sa research na yan, mas mataas daw ang career satisfaction and job performance pag fit siya sa environment na ginagalawan niya. Yan po yung tinatawag na P-E fit. Nakakasunod po tayo, meron na palang ganitong pag-aaral. No? So, pag ikaw ay may low congruence, yan po ang nasa gitna ng person environment. Congruence. If you have low congruence, if you will follow the dashed line, ano mga mangyayari? Reactive adjustment. People change themselves to adapt to the environment. Magso-socialize ka. Mag-a-adjust ka na lang. Yan yung low congruent. Active adjustment. People change their current environment. Job crafting. Ikaw yung ina-adjust mo yung sarili mo doon, no? Ina-accommodate mo, no? Sabihin na binabago mo rin yung environment mo. Active adjustment. Or as a result of low congruence, pag hindi congruent, hindi match, quitting. Aalis ka sa new environment mo, aalis ka at hahanap ka ng new environment. Paano po kayo nag-adapt sa work? No, speaking of work to, company to. Do you apply reactive adjustment? You change yourself to adapt to the environment? O you create your own empire in the office? Ito yung mga mahilig na mga magkulong. May sariling cubicle, kulang na lang, lagyan niya ng kortina yung cubicle niya. No? Nag-job crafting siya. Active adjustment, accommodation. Or you quit. Yan. Pag may ganitong feeling is, this is a low congruent of your person environment. And high congruent, ibig sabihin nakaka-relate, contextualization. No? Stabilization of the personal environmental characteristics. Nako-contextualize. No? Nagmamatch, nagmamerge, nag-i-integrate. So kayo po, assess yourself. Are you compatible with your current work environment now and you have career satisfaction and good job performance because you are in congruence with your environment, or you have a low congruence? That's why you react, you just adjust, or you do not let people adjust, no? You do not let yourself adjust and let other people adjust to me, or you will quit. Yan. So basically, ganyan ang ina-apply. Hindi na lang pala physically fit, mentally fit. Meron ding person, environment fit. Dapat pala may social worker sa mga company, no? Kasi na-evaluate din yung tao, no? You are not environmentally fit. Person, environment fit in this company na magsa-certify social worker. Now, how are we going to apply the PI-Lens to CSR strategy? Number 1, moving beyond labels and see system. Instead of identifying the community stakeholder, we should assess. No? The PI assessment would map the systems within the community. Do not just approach a community as a whole, but you will look at the community as a system. Who are the informal and formal leaders? What are the key local institutions on that place? The school, the place of worship, health clinics. Kaya community mapping is very important. Meron lang po akong bisita nung isang araw na German, kung nakita nyo sa Facebook ko. In-upload ko na ba? Hindi ko pa in-upload. German social worker from Frankfurt University. Dinala ko siya sa NGO. Sinabi talaga ng isang NGO worker na ito, yung Han Foundation, napaka-importante ng community mapping. Kasi you will be able to identify where the school, the clinics, the barangay hall, the churches, and because of that, malalaman mo ang gagawin mo. That's applying the PI in CSR. Napaka-successful ng kanya mga CSR project. Next po. What are the important economic conditions that barriers the employment? So now, if you have this kind of systems within the community, it will ensure that your CSR project in the community will fit on the social fabric of the community. Magja-jibe. Sabihin, tutugunan yung kanilang tunay na pangangailangan. Nakakasunod po kayo, mga ma'am and sir. Nandyan pa ba kayo? Luto na ba yung niluluto nyo o baka hindi pa? Okay. Next po is number 2. Identify strengths, asset, not just needs. Kasi ang CSR, parang superhero ba? Anong kailangan nyo? Bibigay namin ang kailangan nyo. Hindi lang ba siya identify the needs, but identify also the strength and assets. The traditional stakeholder theory focus on the group's power. Kapangyarihan lang, no? Now, with PI framework, it is rooted on the strength-based perspective. Nakatingin tayo sa kalakasan ng community at pwede natin gamitin. At yon ngayon ang gagabay sa atin, paano natin gagamitin, paano tayo makikipag-cooperate sa community. Yung pagsasama-sama nila, cohesion, yung kanilang mga different na kaalaman dyan sa community, yung kanilang mga tradisyon, at yung kanilang mga existing leadership. A CSR project built on this strength foster empowerment and collaboration rather than creating the dependency. No? Hindi yung parang dependent na bibigay ka lang. Sabi nga ni Sir Ron, nakausap ko siya, napakadaling magpatayo ng building. Napakadaling magpatayo ng ALS. Napakadaling mag-donate ng sasakyan. Napakadaling mag-donate ng mga libro. Pero ang tanong, paano nila yun gagamitin? Paano yun maglalast, magkakaroon ng impact? It fosters empowerment and collaboration. This directly reflects the social work value of respecting the dignity and worth of the person na meron siyang kalakasan. May binigay sa kanyang gift na pwede niyang gamitin. Nakakasunod po tayo mga ma'am and sir. Nandiyan po ba kayo? Okay, mabilis lang po itong ating lesson. Ano? Third, applying PI lens on CSR strategy, recognizing that systemic barriers and social justice. We must also, the PI concept is required to analyze the different macro level forces impacting the community. No? Infrastructure, injustices, and discrimination in the community. So the corporation must be also committed on the social justice and not to ignore this barrier. Halimbawa daw po dyan, a CSR initiative to improve the local education must understand and seek to address why educational outcomes are low in the first place. Bakit ba mababa o hindi nabibigyan ng hindi magiging maganda yung output ng education dyan sa lugar na yan? Bakit walang mga pumapasok na AITA? Bakit nagda-drop out sila? No? Kailangan titignan din natin yon, no? Lack of funding, lack of infrastructure, food insecurity, walang pagkain, no? O kaya may mga itulad ng mga pinuntahan namin nung Sabado, yung mga AITA pag grade 6 nagda-drop na kasi napapagod na sila maglakad, napakalayo ng eskwelahan. So meaning it aligns with the social work value of social justice. Now, if you were going to work in the CSR, titignan natin lagi nito, the systemic barriers, and try to address the systemic barriers, no? And even appeal to the local government to address this kind of problems. Okay, next. Lastly, fostering authentic human relationship. No? Parang nangyayari ngayon, the corporate mindset is transactional. What can this group do for do or do for or to us? Ano ang magagawa nito sa akin? Kaya you will just develop a transactional relationship. Iisipin mo, anong mabuting may dudulot sa akin ito? 'Di ba? O ano ang magagawa nito sa amin? But you will now transform it to a relational one. Yung pagde-develop ng relasyon, authentic, totoo. Ano ang tunay na mga karanasan ng tao dito? What is the different live experience of this group? And how are we going to partner with them respectfully? Respecting their own experiences, this pilings will now humanize the process and will build long-term, trust-based, and this emphasize the value in social work, the importance of human relationship, not just human relationship, but authentic human relationship. Have you developed an authentic human relationship in your lives? Yun talagang masasabi nyo po mga ma'am and sir, na kaibigan nyo talaga. Na talagang relational lang inyong pagkakaibigan sa kanila. Not just dahil ka-work nyo sila. You need to develop good relationship for them because you are with them every day. Di ba? So that's transactional. Pero you know, the authentic relationship, di ba napakaganda? If it is long-term, if it is according to trust, we can do everything. Napakaganda ng relasyon kapag trust-based. Kahit tama yun, Ma'am Job, kahit di mo siya kasama araw-araw, alam mong kaibigan mo siya because the relational kind of relationship, the authentic human relationship, napakaganda, napakasarap, at talagang ang dami niyong magagawa, di ba? Kahit baby. Joke lang po yun. Okay, next po, no? So yan po yung ating apat, no? Na dahilan on how are we going to apply the pylons on CSR strategies. And for our conclusion, di ba? Conclusion agad. So the integration of PIE concept marks to the stakeholder theory marks a significant evolution of CSR. So from the two-dimensional way of looking the stakeholders, power and interest, we are now applying the third dimension, that understanding people as complex system through relationships. No? So by doing this, we are infusing CSR in social work value of empathy, respect for dignity, and commitment to social justice. Kaya maganda na social worker ang ilalagay mo sa CSR. Kasi may genuine human relationship siyang dinedevelop. Hindi lang basta-basta gagawin niya isang bagay. So this is not just an add-on, but it is an essential tool and also a practical tool to build a sustainable and capable of creating authentic positive change. Okay, so discussion question number 1. Imagine a large technology company plans to build a new data center using traditional stakeholder map. So tatayo siya halimbawa ng satellite. They identify the local communities as the stakeholder to keep informed. How would applying PI assessment to change their engagement strategy? What specific questions would a social worker advise the company to ask? Ano po sa palagay nyo dapat gawin dyan? Siyempre, dapat yung traditions, community traditions, mga local leaders, no? Yung kanilang knowledge, local knowledge sa bagay na yan. No? Yan po ang discussion question number 1 na ako rin ang sumagot. Diba? Freeman stakeholder theory is foundational to CSR. Yes, the culture. How does PI framework challenge or deepen the initial concept? Does it create conflict with business economic responsibility or can it ultimately enhance them? Palagay niyo po, paano ba yun? how does PIPE framework challenge or deepen the initial concept of stakeholder theory? Mas nag-conflict ba siya sa business side o mas inayos niya? No? If you will now look with PIPE framework. And discussion question number 3, considering CSR initiative from a well-known Philippine company. Analyze it through pylons. Did the company appear to recognize community internal strength, system barriers, or what a top-down solution? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Serge. Thank you very much. Naging buo na yung approach, no? Naging mas engaging siya. How could social work improve the project design and implementation? Okay, so that is our stakeholder theory meets the person and environment concept for our lesson 4 in our subject CSR. No? And I hope sa atin po ng maikling lesson ay meron po kayong natutunan, nakuha sa mga panahon pong ito.